guys, welcome back to the Bucket of Think Tank. So today we're going to talk about Can You Hear Me? The newest episode of Doctor Who, and it's kind of dull. And it couldn't have been, it didn't need to be. It was still it started off with a decent episode, it has a great idea going, and then it just sort of falls apart. So the Doctor drops Yaz, Ryan, and Graham off, and their correct time period 77 minutes later than Yaz wanted, and they all go off and do a thing. They're warning if the doctor should be left alone, if she's going to be alright. She says, yeah, I'll be fine, I'll be fine. And then the doctor gets like a message on the TARDIS that says, hey, something's happening in Aleppo in the 1390s with 1380s, something 13. They meet him. She meets this girl who's been attacked by a monster, rather, the hospital's been attacked by monsters. At the same time, though, the trio has come across their own problems. Yaz has come across a mysterious figure in her parents' flat. Where does Yaz live? I don't quite know. And Ryan, with his friend, who I think is an agoraphobic, going by how he lives, is kidnapped by another mysterious stranger. It's the same guy. And Graham, meanwhile, gets like a cosmic vision of this mysterious prisoner who's really, really cute. And then I was like, okay, these things have to be connected because another weird thing appeared in the TARDIS. And they go to this space station in another galaxy, and they meet this guy named Zelen who says he's a god, and it turns out the prisoner is actually not some innocent person, but is actually one of the gods that were trapped. And they feed off of like fear, and this is like a game to them, and like the whole thing of this episode is supposed to be about fear, and apparently humans are super special because of fear, which is still a really stupid thing. It's stupid. So it is. I'm really tired of humans being special because they're special because they got some emotions. Steven Universe barely gets away with this. Actually, Steven Universe shouldn't get away with this because it's not true. They're not the only ones that have emotions. And then the doctor's like, we need to plan. Oh, I just thought of a plan. Let's trap them using their fears, and pretty much that's how it ends. So that's the overall plot of the story, the overall like hit points. And this episode's strength, its I guess theme, which is fear and how it traps us, and the characters that get to interact with this. And the problem is, well, it's a good idea, it's not really interwoven into the story. So the one god that is imprisoned, she is imprisoned because, well, of I guess fear, and everyone else's fears don't really provide any thematic depth. Do they really deal with these fears? Not really. And like Yaz has a memory that one time, hey, she ran away because life is hard. And that's not to like downplay what she was going through. It just sort of feels like what they're saying. Ryan's friend is an agoraphobic unless they said it was something else. I got the feeling it was agoraphobic. Ryan himself is afraid that he's going to miss out on stuff with his friends. Presumably even they might die and he won't be there. Like he'll miss it, or something horrible will happen, he won't be there. Graham has a very real fear of his cancer coming back, and also that Grace blames him for not saving her, and the woman who fell to Earth. That's stupid. It is. And the doctor's fear involves the timeless child. I don't think that works. I don't. It really did feel like this episode wanted to try to possibly tie in the timeless child, or at least leave another hint to remind you, hey, we didn't forget about the timeless child. But these hanging mysteries, the destruction of Gallifrey by the Master and because of the timeless child, this mysterious incarnation that the Doctor doesn't remember and doesn't remember her, and even the lone Cyberman that we heard about in an episode before, these are all dropped so flippantly, so like casually, without really tying into each other. Wouldn't it have been more interesting if Zelen or the other one mentioned the timeless child? So the Doctor is sort of stuck between finding out and getting rid of, these these horrible threats to the universe. Make that it, or the Doctor's tracking the signal of the lone Cyberman, or trying to go super far back into Gallifrey's past and ends up somewhere else involving these cosmic entities. I think that would have been a bit better. Because even if you just make it like a red herring, it'll still be good enough. Moffat did this during season 8, I think, but he didn't like outright state it. The whole time when I saw the Doctor in season 8 writing, doing calculation on a chalkboard, like, is he trying to calculate where Gallifrey is, or trying to figure out how to pull Gallifrey out of its pocket universe? I'm like, okay, that'd be interesting. Is that an Omega signal on the chalkboard? Okay, that'd be cool. But no, it didn't go anywhere. But that was still interesting. Here, it all resolves itself so fast, we don't really get a time to really think about it. And again, the idea that everyone's got these fears, some of which are, I think, really great, or at least interesting towards that character, explaining why Yaz is a police officer, Ryan having friends, which I didn't think was a thing, even when he was playing basketball. Graham's very real fear of his cancer, and even his interaction with his friends, I felt, was great. But is the Doctor afraid of the timeless child? Like, what is that? And I don't know. It just felt really, really weird. This episode was better. It was called Vincent of the Doctor, which dealt with mental health and depression. It tied all of it together pretty well. Didn't feel forced. Didn't feel like we were trying to like force an ending because we wrote ourselves into a corner. Like, well, let's just put it back in the trap. How? The same way they did before. So this time we'll get 2 of them. I don't know. It just felt like this story could have been so much better. Could have tied things up better. But it didn't. I don't know. It's kind of forgettable. Still some decent acting, I guess. No one turned out a bad performance, but no one turned out an amazing performance. The new companion, the temporary companion of the episode, felt a bit out of place. I don't know. I don't know. This isn't a bad episode. It's an underwhelming episode, and that is what this season sort of is at its worst. It's underwhelming. It's stuff and ideas we've seen done better. And I think that will be this season's downfall. Whereas season 10 felt a bit overly preachy, not really quite knowing how to handle its issues. Season 11 doesn't quite know how to really craft a unique story using even an old idea. And Doctor was full of ideas being reused. I mean, this time it's the Daleks, all right? The Cybermen did a thing. Oh no, the Doctor battled the Cybermen, now he has to regenerate. That was legitimately his first story, with the Cybermen. Anyway, let's bring this video to a close here. If you're new to the Buck Think Tank, feel like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out some other videos. Love to hear your thoughts on this episode, and I'll catch you all later. This is the Buck Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching, and as always, may your fandom serve you well.